talked to lots of people about the way that they think, and there are lots of ways that people think that don't make sense. They just don't make sense. And one of them is people try to keep track of things by holding them in their head. So if I have a lot to do, or if I have an important thing to do and I don't want to forget it, I'll try to not forget it by keeping it in my head, right? And if I have 3 or 4 things that are really important that I'm worried I'll forget about, I'll try to keep them in my head so I don't forget about them. In theory, that's a really good idea, but it just doesn't work very well. And here's a way that you can see how it doesn't really work very well. Have you ever tried to remember a number? So if somebody said, sometimes you go to a parking lot and you park the car and maybe your mum or dad says, remember 42. I'll remember yellow, you remember 42, right? And you can try your hardest to remember 42, but if you get distracted for a moment, a single moment, like, oh, what shop shall we go to? Or, oh, that's an interesting shoes that person's wearing. It will slip out of your mind. Our mind is not really designed to hold information in it. It's designed to help us appreciate what's going on around us and kind of have thoughts that help us. So it's really difficult to try and keep track of things and not forget them by holding them in our mind, because it's kind of like holding sand or water. You can try, but it's really, really difficult. And it's stressful because you're trying to do something that doesn't work very well. Because as hard as you concentrate to try and keep something in your mind, because it's made of thought, it's slipping away as you do it. So it takes a huge amount of energy and it works really badly. So I found that it really helps to have other ways not to lose track of things, like write them down or have them somewhere where you can go back to, so that you don't need to keep them on your mind to keep track of them, which is very stressful and very difficult.